How's it going, folks? Welcome back to another Ranger Talk video. Today, I'm going to be chatting with the great Magnus Carlson of legendary band Primal Fear. How you doing, sir? Thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you. Great to be here. I'm doing great.
Awesome. Glad to hear that. So, Primal Fear, the band, has been around for quite some time, and you have been involved with the band also for quite some time. How did you first get involved with the band back in the late 2000s, right?
Yeah, I think it's 17 years or something. Or
Wow.
so I was a fan of the band, and it was really strange because I remember I was in a record store and I bought the album Black Sun. And then just the day after or something, I got an email from Matt Sinner, and I was, what? Matt Sinner of Primal Fear? I couldn't understand what. And I think he heard, I wrote the Alan Lander album, the Battle,
Mm.
and he heard it, he liked it, and asked if I wanted to work with him and write songs. And that was for Ralph Sheeper's solo album or something. And then
Wow.
later he asked if I could think of maybe playing a guitar in a German band called Primal Fear. Yeah, and I remember it was quite hard because we just had our first kid, and I wasn't sure if I could go away and tour. And but then I did it for a while, and that was great. And now I haven't toured for many years with them. I just worked
Oh.
in the studio, but now I'm
Mhm.
back again, so doing the first festivals this summer, and it has been awesome. Yeah, so I'm an old fan of the band and an old fan of Ralph in Gamma Ray. I
Oh,
was
yeah.
me and my friends were headbanging to Heading for Tomorrow, and so it feels for me it's great.
Wow, what a cool opportunity. You're there like as a fan buying the album and stuff, and then lo and behold, you become involved.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
so
it's
cool.
like a
Yeah.
dream.
Yeah, yeah, right. And I was gonna ask you also, like, how do you find time for all of your projects? Because I think you're quite well known for being involved in many projects, including your own free fall project and stuff. And how do you manage that creatively and just time wise?
Yeah, it's not always easy, but I think it's very fun. So when something is fun, you can make the time.
Yeah,
But it's not only a hobby. It's I have deadlines and a record company and stuff, and so sometimes it can be really, you have to deliver. Next month
yeah,
you have to be ready, and also that could be a good thing. But otherwise, I could sit, and write one song. It would take a year. Now I have to be fast sometimes, and that's a good thing. But yeah, I have done this for over 25 years, and at least two albums a year or something, different projects and bands, and I always say I have to slow down. And now I actually will slow down a bit because I can't. Now we will tour. We're
Mhm.
doing festivals, and then I will tour in September, and I really have to slow down and take a break from the studio and. At least now, and then see. I will get back to it again.
Yeah, yeah.
And
Uh,
also, I'm teaching guitar. A full-time job. So and family on top of that. So it's not much sleep, and I'm not
no.
getting younger, so I have to take care of myself.
Yeah. Well, that's cool though that you're going to be touring again live with the band and get you outside a little bit, right? Get that vitamin D from the sun, right?
Yeah, yeah. I need that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You and me
talking
both,
about
man.
sun, we played at this. Oh, do you see it? Rock Hard
Oh, right, yeah.
last week, and it was
Wow.
it was so hot, so we
Oh,
almost fainted on stage.
oh no.
It was really but fun.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't
Too much.
imagine. Yeah, like even walking outside to like go to my car or something, sometimes I'm like, oh my gosh, it is so hot. So I can't imagine being up on stage, trying to be energetic, playing guitar for like hours out there. Whew,
Yeah,
that's rough.
it is.
It's definitely a workout, right? Um, awesome. And I know the latest addition to the band, right? Talia joined, which I think is awesome. She's already shown off her skills in the first two singles. Um, And what was that like getting her on board? and how has she kind of blended with the other members of the band?
Yeah, it's been great. I think Ralph met her a year ago, only a year ago, on a festival in Italy when
Mhm.
he did a guest appearance with the Gamma Ray, and they talked a little. And then we discussed the different guitar players, and Ralph suggested her, and I checked her out,
Yeah,
on Frozen Crown and the stuff she did
yeah,
before, and I thought it was great. And also I like it when we have mixing younger people coming in the business playing old school metal, and
yeah, yeah.
we don't necessarily have to be old farts, everyone, so so yeah, it was. And then we met, and she's very, nice and fun to be with, so yeah, it was great for the band, both musically and the friendship. That's at least as important. We have to
Yeah.
live on a bus, and
Yeah,
so
oh yeah. You have to at least be able to tolerate each other, right?
yeah. But it's important. We hang all the time, and yeah, I
Yeah.
need someone to laugh with, so it's
Mhm.
very important. But it's great.
Cool. And for you specifically, I guess too, because already just in the first two singles, you can tell there's a nice synergy between your guitar playing and her guitar playing. So I imagine you were like, "Oh, who is this that we're getting?" And that's why you looked, and will she mix with my style and all of that?
Yeah. It's important. It's not enough that you are great. You have to, fit band and everything, and she really does. So it's
Awesome.
super.
It's good to hear. So with Primal Fear having quite the legacy already and many albums under their belt,
Mm.
what was the approach like when getting ready to start work on the new album? How do you approach each new album, given that there's already a lot of material, a lot of history with the band?
Yeah, it's hard to explain because we don't try to, invent something new, or we want to stick to the music that we love. And I love this kind of metal, and so it's always my own goal is to make the same but better every time. So it's not that I want to, make something progressive, something completely new. That's not something that we aim for. And it's very easy because it's me, Matt, and Ralph that writes a lot, and
Mhm.
we have very similar music taste in music, and we like this style. And as I said, I'm a fan of the band. So it makes it just fun and easy. I just write my favorite riffs and I send them to the guys, and I get some feedback, and they maybe sing something and send back some lyrics. And yeah, it's a very good teamwork, and never any strange stuff that this is not, it doesn't fit the band or anything.
Mhm.
If I send a demo or something to the other guys, I'm almost 100% sure they will like it. Otherwise I
Oh,
wouldn't send it.
right, right. Yeah, try to force something on them that is like, really different.
No, it's not,
Yeah.
never any force. It's just having fun, and I think it's the same for the other guys. And now, as you can see my studio, and the other guys also have setups. We can make the demo sounding almost like the finished album, so it sounds really good from the start, and that also makes it easier and more fun to work when it sounds great. And then,
Yeah.
then of course, we in the mix with Jacob and everything, it sounds the last percent to get it really, really, really good.
Yeah. Yeah, that's good having all those studio setups because then you can really hear the song nearly how it's gonna actually be after the final mix and everything, instead of like a really rough demo, like, oh, how's this gonna come out? Like you guys
Yeah,
pretty much already know how it's gonna be and what you want from it.
yeah, I think it's important. I could have the best song in the world, but if I would sit in my kitchen recording it on my phone with an acoustic guitar, I
Yeah.
don't think I could convince anyone that this
Yeah.
is the best metal song ever. That they wouldn't. I need to have the power and the production with the drums
Yeah.
and everything. So
Cool. One thing I noticed with the first two singles, "Far Away" and "The Hunter," which are both
mm,
awesome.
thanks.
It's really, captures that primal fear, that heaviness that I think a lot of fans have come to expect.
Mm.
Um, like in the verses and whatnot, but like the choruses have a real nice melodic kind of quality to them. So you have like that heavy aspect, but that nice melodic kind of power metal aspect. Um, is that kind of the vibe of the whole album, um, or are those two songs kind of outliers as far as how they're set up?
Yeah, we have different, very fast songs, and we also have some slower ones and mid tempo. So they are different like that. But I think it's all songs are quite heavy, but still melodic. That's something you hear from every song, and it's something that I like because if you have it very melodic, it's a danger that it can get cheesy, no, so you have
Yeah.
to add the heaviness to it.
Mm.
And but if it's too much fast and heavy, the melodic stuff can disappear, so that's a balance. And also that's important in the production. How fast do you want to have double kick on this chorus or not, or because it can be too much. Even if I love heavy music, I listen to death metal and stuff, but if it's too all the time, I get tired. The same with
Yeah.
guitar playing. I love fast guitar playing, but if I hear it for too long, I don't want to. It's boring. It
Yeah.
has to be a balance, and I like mid-tempo, heavy riffs. That's my thing. I really love to do that. When you hear it, you just have to headbang. You can't. You,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
have to do it.
Yeah.
That's the goal.
Yeah. Yeah, I was gonna say it's like very headbanging, but then you get that like anthemic kind of melodic chorus, and
Mhm.
then back in the headbanging, like that
Yeah,
diversity is really
and
nice.
then also the epic stuff that
Hmm.
opens up, so it sounds big with
Yeah, oh, yeah.
choirs, and sometimes we add orchestra things. And
Yeah, awesome. I also wanted to highlight the guitar solos in "Far Away." Oh man, awesome stuff. Quite extended. Both you and Talia going back to back. There's almost even hints of like almost like a classical sort of vibe in some of the spots.
Mhm.
Did you write those solos, and how'd you come up with that?
The harmony parts are written, so and also and then we have this thing that I solo and then Talia make a
Yeah.
short solo and then back again, and that's more improvised, but yeah, so it's a mix between, and that's also cool because you can shred and you just play something, boom, 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 and then you have
Yeah.
after that you have a beautiful melody with harmonies,
Mhm.
and then you don't get tired. Then you can hear some more shred after
Yeah, yeah.
that. Because if we had it solo long like this, and we both would just play the fastest we could all the time, I don't think anyone will like it. Even if so, we have to have this balance, and that's also a trademark, I think, for Primal Fear to have the harmony, a lot
Mhm.
of harmony. I don't think we have a song without guitar harmonies. We always put it, and I love it. It's great. So, and we are two guitar players, so it's perfect.
Sweet. Um, One thing that was cool too with the Hunter is the music video. You guys are out in this like devastated, almost wasteland looking area and stuff.
Yeah.
What was it like filming that video?
Yeah, the Hunter video that's made by the Patrick Oleus that makes great stuff, and yeah, that's a green screen thing. So,
Yeah.
but I have to say we did two videos with him. So there will come a new video in a couple of weeks. I think
Oh,
the
sweet.
third one. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I haven't seen it yet, but uh, yeah, he's so great to work with because he's professional and it looks good, and he's super fast. So sometimes you can work on a video for days, but this
Mm,
is made very very fast in a couple of hours, because
wow.
he's got the eye, so he can tell you right away this is good, move on. We don't have to stand and guess, and
Yeah.
that saves a lot of time and energy, and we can focus on take a drink or what.
Right. You show up, you do your thing, and then you relax while he's like doing the video stuff that, editing and all
Yeah,
that. Yeah.
it always is great to work with the professionals.
Yeah. How did the band decide on the two singles, that those songs were going to be released as singles?
Yeah, that wasn't super easy because we I there are some other songs that are really really could be singles too, but we had to make a choice, and yeah, I don't know if it was the right choice really, because I like the songs very much, but there are other songs on the album that are at least as good. So yeah,
Oh, good.
it's not easy. I wouldn't put a ballad, of course. I want to have something up tempo, something that can show the whole album, give a
Yeah.
hint about the whole album.
Yeah, I bet that's difficult choosing. But at least it's good to know that there's plenty of other surprises on the album that are going to be awesome, as
Yeah,
well.
yeah, I'm really proud. We have a lot because we had a lot of songs to choose from, and we had could choose what is it, 13 songs in the end.
Wow. And so the new album called Domination, right? It's coming out September 5th, which is less than 2 months away. We're getting closer. The wait will be over soon, hopefully.
Yeah, it's a long time, I know.
Yeah. But so yeah, the name of the album, Domination. Is there going to be like an overarching theme throughout the whole album, or what was the decision-making process as far as like calling the album Domination,
Yeah, I think it's different for us all, but it's not a theme, I would say. But you can say with the symbol of the band, the eagle dominates in the sky. If you have seen the
Yeah.
artwork and everything, and also for me, it's like I love a lot of music, but I feel that metal is dominating. So,
Yeah.
um, yeah, I thought it was cool.
Yeah. No, it is cool. It's very metal. So
Yeah,
yeah,
it
it
fits
works.
the songs, it fits the artwork and everything. And now
Uh,
we have to dominate when we go on tour. So
yeah,
yeah.
absolutely. And Primal Fear has been dominating for what, almost 30 years now, right? So uh um so what is it that you hope that listeners really take away from this album? What is like the statement that you want that this album to kind of represent, or just what you want listeners to feel when
Yeah,
they're listening to it?
personally, I want them to feel what I felt what we felt when we wrote the songs together. And sometimes when we come up with something and I hear Ralph sing it, and everything falls, into place. Because even if it's a good melody, we are not 100% sure, will it fit? Is it the perfect tempo? Is it the perfect key? But when that happens sometimes, and I get goosebumps from it. That's what I want the listener to get the same. Also, as I said, that you have to headbang when you hear it. That's a good goal for us. Yeah, just making great music. We have for me, I think we have the one of the best singers in the world. We have a great band. So if we have great songs, it couldn't get better.
Awesome.
Now I'm bragging here, but yeah, I'm proud.
Yeah. Well, I think your bragging is backed up by just the history of the band and the quality that you've released in the past. So I think folks can be pretty certain that this is going to be quality, if history repeats itself. So
if you like this kind of metal, I would be super surprised if you didn't enjoy this album.
Yeah, it's just really cool that the band has just stayed consistent with their sound for, again, almost like 30 years. And it's kind of like how you said before, with keeping in line with the sound of the band. And, because some bands reinvent themselves or kind of change their
Mm.
sound, but there's something to be said for that consistency. Um, and I think that's really cool. And you think Primal Fear will just always keep that going well into the future?
Yeah, I think as I said, we make music that we love, and we don't think, oh, now we have to make a song that the fans blah 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 I don't
Yeah.
think that's not the right way to go. You have to do stuff that you want to listen to in your car.
Yeah.
That's also a goal I have when I write a song. Yeah, put it on in the car and crank it up, and that feels great. So yeah, as long as we like this kind of music, we will continue to make this, and I don't think that will change because I'm over 50 now, and I listen to this. I started when I was 10. I discovered Judas Priest and Accept and
Yeah.
that stuff, and I still love it. Even if I like other styles too, of course, but
Mhm.
this is where my heart is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're a multi-instrumentalist as well, right? I mean, you play guitar in Primal Fear, but there's a
Mm.
lot of other instruments that you play for other projects and for Freefall and whatnot.
Yeah, I can, but guitar is really my main instrument.
Uh-huh.
I play keyboard on over 50 albums, but I don't think I should do it live. Really, I'm not that good. In the studio, it's different. You can play and take a break,
Yeah.
um, but the guitar is my. I practiced when I was younger. I could practice 8 hours a day, and
Wow.
yeah, I practice a lot again because I think it's fun. It's
Yeah.
all great to get better and come up with new ideas. And
Mhm. Awesome. And you said the band will be touring to support the album, right, this summer. And you have any other big festivals, or what regions are you touring in? Is it mainly Europe or a world tour or
yeah, it's mainly Europe.
okay.
This year it's only Europe. Then next year we have plans for other places, but it's not 100 decided yet. But
Yeah.
yeah, we will be busy with Europe now. Yeah.
Okay. If there's any like one place that you could tour that you haven't before, what would that be?
Yeah, I mean the band has toured almost everywhere, but I had
Yeah.
a long break, so I still haven't been in Japan, and
Okay.
I would love to go to the US too. So, but the band has been there many times, but not me. So,
Yeah, right.
yeah,
So they have to change, they have to go again so that you can
yeah,
tag
from
along,
from
right?
from I have
Just
to
for
do it for me.
you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we want to do it anyway. I think it's great to play everywhere, and I mean Europe is great, South America is great too. So,
Yeah. Awesome. Well, super exciting to hear about the album and to know that it's coming out in less than 2 months. Again, folks, the brand new Primal Fear album, Domination, is coming out September 5th. Two singles are already out, Far Away and The Hunter. If you haven't listened to those yet, listen to them. And Magnus, you said the third single will be coming in a couple weeks or so.
yes.
Awesome. Looking forward to that. And yeah, I mean, just thank you so much for taking the time to talk to me. And I think a lot of folks are really excited for the new album.
Yeah, great talking to you. And
Yeah.
don't forget to headbang.
No, no, yes, everyone will be headbanging. So yeah, folks, like in the description below, I'm going to put social media links to everything Primal Fear. If you're not following them already, now's a good time to get ready for the new album and see where they're going to be touring. I'll put links to the singles in the description as well. So check that out and support the band. But yeah, thank you one last time, sir. Really appreciate it. And thank you everyone for watching. I'll catch you next time. Ranger, out.